an attack. Attack of the spotlight. Watching movies every night. Attack of the spotlight. Yeah. Attack of the spotlight. Attack of the spotlight. Stop the bad guys and get the girl. Rad superhero, saving the world. Get scared, get scared. Fight for your life. Stay away from the psycho dude with the knife. Everything go wrong that can go wrong, and it's funny as hell, make us laugh so long. Fall in love and start a romance. Grab your partner for this heartfelt dance. Underdogs coming for the win. Exorcists make your head spin. There's wise Jedis and dirty Klingons racing so fast, boy, you better hang on. Head back to the future, back to the past. Don't let them rowdy punks karate your ass. Gang of thieves will heights of the century. Mother Nature's the star in a documentary. Sharks and more sharks, snakes and critters. Got bedroom eyes, baby, come hit her. Ride the planes, the trains, and the automobiles. Here comes Khan, man with a hell of a deal. Princesses and robots and toys come alive. Dinosaurs and zombies and top secret spies. Watching movies every night. Attack.
Welcome back to Attack of the Spotlight. My name is John Horton, and
I am Kyle Pearson, and in today's episode, we are going to talk about good, bad movies. These are films that, for one reason or another, isn't quite up to the quality aspects that we would normally use to recommend a film, but something about them, for some reason, we keep coming back to them. So I'm going to start it off with a film that I used to watch on HBO over and over and over as a kid. I found it on HBO. I found it on YouTube for free. I will provide a link to that on our Attack of the Spotlight in the YouTube channel on the free movie section. It's called Super Fuzz. In the UK, it's known as Super Trooper. I think it's actually known as Super Trooper in most countries. They changed the name for Americans because I guess for some reason Trooper didn't. Maybe they thought we'd get it confused with stormtroopers, not police troopers. The theme song is still Super Trooper. The theme song is also pretty catchy, but this is about your everyday run-of-the-mill police officer who, in a freak accident, gets superpowers, and he uses those powers to solve crimes. However, he's noticed that sometimes at the worst time, he loses those superpowers and he doesn't understand why. This is a kid's movie. This is designed for kids. And I talked my wife into watching it a year ago. And as I'm watching it, I'm like, this was a mistake. Because she's sitting there like, oh, okay. But for me, it was still nostalgic. And again, these are movies that aren't the highest quality. There's a scene where he blows up this bubble with bubble gum and it turns into this huge thing so he can save somebody. And his boss, I believe, is on the top of this bubble floating through the air. And you can see the seams. You can tell it's a balloon. It's not bubble gum. It's just cheap. It's just cheap. And there's a lot of things like that in it. Doesn't matter. I liked it. And when I rewatched it, I said to myself, well, this is probably the last time I'm going to see this film. But weirdly enough, there's a part of me that still wants to see it again. So I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because of this nostalgia I had for it, but this was a really fun movie that I used to watch as a kid. And it was on incessantly on HBO, and I watched it every single time. So, since it's free, check it out on our Attack of the Spotlight YouTube channel, Super Fuzz, or if you're in other countries, check out Super Trooper. John.
not to be confused with the Broken Lizards Super Troopers.
That's right. Which I saw the trailer. I didn't even think about that. I saw the trailer for the third because I had not seen one or two.
Really?
Because it looked I don't know. I love Police
Stupid.
Academy, so why the hell did I not watch one Super Troopers? Well, they didn't look good to me, I guess.
Mhm.
But I saw the trailer for the third one, and I'm like, you know what? This actually looks pretty funny. So I told my wife, I'm like, guess what we're doing? And she's like, oh man, we're gonna have to watch all three of these, aren't we? I'm like, yes, ma'am. So so I'm gonna be checking out all three Super Troopers in the near future. Have you seen them?
I've seen the no, I've seen the first one. I've tried many times to watch the second one, and I can't get past the first 10 fucking minutes before I went, no, I'm not
Really?
digging this. 10
But but
minutes
but you like
is
the first one?
first one's great.
Really?
I
Okay.
love the first one.
Okay. The third one does not look like it has as much police stuff in it. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's a
The guy
whole
getting
other
married.
yeah. And I'm like, but something about it just seemed funny. And I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. So it was the first one that attracted my attention. So I'll try one. And I'll tell my wife, well, John really likes it. And she'll say, well, that's always a good recommendation.
Wait a minute. No, wait a damn minute. What the hell?
Because you know what's funny? I'm thinking of this thing of like good bad movies that we really like, and I'm like, that's like almost all the movies.
Now, wait a damn minute. I
You
resemble that remark.
you 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 keep independent horror in business.
Yeah, I do.
You really, really do, and bless you for it. Because if there wasn't people like you watching these things, you know, we need you. We need you.
Yeah.
You
Speaking of
you fill a
which,
void.
yeah, I sure do fill that void.
Yes, you do.
Speaking of which, just I want to depart for a quick moment from good bad movies.
Okay.
They got you got Backrooms and you got Obsession.
Yes.
Both of these movies are making serious fucking bank, and
Seriously.
they're called independent because they had such a small budget.
Mm-hmm.
But both of them have a budget of over $1 million, at least $1 million. To me, that just doesn't feel independent. You know,
Yeah, well,
am
yeah.
I wrong?
Well they also have a studio backing them, so that it's like, well,
Well,
we're an
no,
independent film
supposedly they
studio,
don't.
and I'm like, well, A24 backed Backrooms.
Did they buy it or did they back it?
Oh,
Because I thought these were both not have no studio background or whatever, no studio
okay.
involvement, and they were sold to those
Well, that's the
studios.
thing. I don't know where because I thought Backrooms had a $10 million budget. I thought I read that somewhere. And if
Yeah,
they did, I don't know where he got it from. And
exactly. Same here.
unless, yeah. Well, Star Wars Episode 4 is an independent film. He made that himself.
Really?
Yeah, he made it himself. 20th Century Fox did not, they distributed it, they didn't make it.
Huh.
Lucasfilm did it. So, because everybody's like, Star Wars is, the biggest independent film of all time
Wow.
because he did it himself. That's why there's no credits before Star Wars. He didn't have to follow the rules that other films had, and he could do
Huh.
whatever. Which is one of the things that, because like when the trilogy came out, the sequel trilogy didn't have the 20th Century Fox fanfare because Disney bought Lucasfilm. And that was one of the
Uh,
things that was missing because I'm like, Star Wars needs to start with that 20th century fanfare. Well, now Disney owns 20th Century Fox. And even though 20th Century Fox is not involved, if I'm making a Star Wars movie, they should just tack that on the beginning anyway. They own it. Just tack it on the front, because every time I see 20th Century Fox, the fanfare, I think we're going straight into Star Wars. It doesn't matter
Same
what
here.
movie it is, Star Wars, because
Same
that's the
here.
way it was for a long time. Every time, boom. And that was one thing that was cool about being an Independence Day resurgence, because the 20th Century Fox fanfare was in front of it. And I'm like, even though I'm not in a Star Wars movie, I still got to be in a 20th Century Fox film. And I loved it just for that. I'm like, oh, this is great. Even if the movie sucks, I'm in 20th Century Fox. And they did the whole thing. And I'm like, ah. But yeah, they own it. They should do it. But yeah, back to your thing. I have no idea.
I don't know. To me, it just doesn't. To me, independent film feels like stuff that has only $10,000 budget. You know, nothing over nothing. They can't go over 100,000. If you're over 100,000, you're no longer independent. You're something else. I don't know. I've just got this mindset.
Well, I think it's just whether or not somebody else backs you. Because I think I've been in an independent film that had generated near $100,000 just from crowdfunding. And
Wow.
I've been in some that, ended up having the crowdfunding canceled.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's gone both ways. So I don't know.
I don't know. We'll have to ask Ricky his thoughts on that when we interview him next week.
Yeah.
See, there's
Ricky
a cheap
GLORE
plug.
is returning, one of our most frequent guests. Actually, he is our most frequent guest already.
Yeah, he is.
He's coming back. And this time we promise we're not going to spend an hour talking about the same thing we talked about in the previous episode. We're going to dive right in and get straight to Run, his brand new horror feature that he's working on currently. And we'll have all the details about that in an upcoming episode of Attack of the Spotlight.
Because
But
we have
John,
questions.
and he has answers. He better. This is his idea. So he better be coming. I think he's got like 4 other people or 3 other people he's bringing with him. So we're gonna have a full house. We're not gonna have to ask much at all. You and I are gonna say, "Welcome. Tell us about Run," and then we can sit back for an hour. They're all gonna talk, and then we'll say thank you for watching, and we'll be done. We could pop out, grab dinner, come back. And
I was thinking about getting pizza.
We should do that as a joke. So they're like, we're ready to go. We'll have a little popcorn ready to go. we don't expect to be talking much, so you guys just go.
Go have at it.
Yeah, that would be funny.
The stage is yours.
Stage is yours. Let's go. Let's do this.
All right. So my first pick for a good movie that's bad, or a bad movie that's good?
Bad movie is good. It's a good bad movie.
Okay. Balloon Shark.
And why is it?
No, it's not Balloon Shark. I'm just fucking with him again.
Oh,
one of these days I'm gonna have to watch that thing.
You didn't watch it?
No.
You made me watch that damn thing and you didn't watch it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
No.
I'm not watching another thing you send me, because every time I'm like, oh my God.
I started to. I got 5 minutes and I went, no, I'm not doing this.
Son of a bitch. Because my wife, I'm sitting there, I'm to tell her, and she's like, it's a good thing that you don't work as much as you used to, because you take care of that while I'm working. She wants nothing to do with half the movies that you recommend we watch. And now I know you're not watching them, so I'm going to be a lot more critical now. If you go to tell me a movie, I'm like, you know what? I don't want to watch that one. We're not going to review
That's the only one I've done that to you on.
You're going to be doing more solos from here on out. I keep grabbing this thing and shaking my camera.
Well, stop it. All right. So seriously, my first pick is probably one of the best bad movies there is out there. Can you guess what it is, Kyle? just from the get up.
You cut out so much when you did whatever that sound
Oh,
effect
really?
was. I'm not even sure it's going to come through. So I
Probably
can't.
not.
So I can't even guess because I don't know what you said.
All right. It's one of the best. God damn. Did that cut out?
No, I got it. I'm
Can you
trying to
name?
think. I can't. I can't.
I know one. I know a place where you can get the best goddamn pussy.
Porkies?
Nope.
I can't.
Bordello of blood.
Oh shit! I haven't seen. I've only seen that once. I think it
Really?
was and I think it was like opening weekend. So I haven't seen it in ages. Oh my god.
This is a bad movie. It's got a real bad rap. Everybody hated it. Everybody that made it hated it.
This is
um,
not the one with Dennis Miller, right? He
it is
did.
the one with Dennis Miller.
Is it Dennis Miller?
Yes,
Because
it
I was trying to
is.
think because there was Demon Knight
Yep.
and Bordello of Blood.
hmm This is
Okay.
the second Tales from the Crypt movie. It's about vampires. It's about a vampire queen who runs a whorehouse. And Dennis Miller is a private eye who is hired by a beautiful woman to help find her brother. And they get wrapped up in this conspiracy involving the a preacher and the mistress vampire and a midget. Um,
How is
it's
it
a
possible that every week now you have a midget reference? Little
I like
people,
them.
we're sorry. We apologize. But somehow it keeps happening.
We're getting hey, I'm giving attention to a much needed group of people.
I
I'm
understand.
showing them love. I'm not ignoring them or stepping over them.
Don't, don't.
Or hell of blood.
Uh, uh,
Ah.
I should just let it pass next time. I'm not going to say anything. Just going to let it pass. Not worry about it. I try to do good in life, but you're
No
always
good
there.
deed. What?
But you're always there,
Oh, Kyle.
John.
Bordello of Blood. I like it. People got mad at Dennis Miller for Dennis Miller hates this fucking movie. He actually broke his contract and went out and was saying and talking shit about the movie, and he's not supposed to, and he got in trouble for it.
I didn't know that. I know he said something about. I remember when it came out. He says it's all about. I think his line was like, "It's all." It's like, "What's the movie about?" And he goes, "Tits and vampires." I think that's all. I think that's what he said. Something like it was in that realm, but I think that's a pretty close quote
Yeah.
of his, if I recall.
Well, this movie's got Corey Feldman in his greatest acting role of all time, if you recall.
I don't recall.
Corey Feldman's the brother that went to the bordello that caused the lady to hire Dennis Miller.
I do not remember this movie at all. I know I saw it. I know I saw both of them.
I recommend you go and watch it again.
I'm sure you do. Did you know there's a Lost Boys musical?
Yeah, I heard about that. I think you told me about that.
It was on Tony's, and it was nominated for a bunch of stuff, and I'm like,
Mm,
uh, no,
no,
but apparently it's good. It just doesn't.
no, I don't
It
want to see
didn't.
that.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me.
So what you got next?
Next, this Super Fuzz was for the kids. Up the Creek is for adults.
I like that movie.
Yeah, that was also on HBO a lot. Super Fuzz was on during the day. Up the Creek was on at night. This is a very, again, this is another one that my memory was better than the movie.
Hmm.
And right after Super Fuzz, I was telling my wife, I'm like, there's another one. We're going to watch Up the Creek. That one's better. And then we're watching it, and I think she was thinking the same thing she was the first time. And I think she was like, uh-oh, we're not watching any more of these old nostalgic films. And I don't remember if this one is on YouTube. I will also provide the link to this as well on our free movies section on our at Attack of the Spotlight YouTube channel. But basically, the whole movie is about a rafting contest. It's a race to see who wins this trophy, I guess. I don't even remember. I've seen it many times. I can't tell you what the prize is, but it's your typical 80s cast of characters. I remember it being somewhat like a sex comedy, like right there, you're looking at the raft, and the raft is this bosomy woman, and you got this girl in bikini. I don't think there's any nudity
I don't think so.
actual in the movie. So it's not really that raunchy. I think they probably say raunchy things, but it's not as raunchy as some of those comedies really got. And it's a bit more mainstream. Mainstream.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. But it's a fun movie. And again, when I saw it with my wife, I was thinking, of like, you know what? This is not as funny as I thought it was. And then for some reason, I'm sitting there like, you know what? I'd like to see that again too. There's just certain things during that whole HBO when you used to get the guide in the mail era, and you only had 3 or 4 other channels to watch. You spend a lot of time watching the same things over and over. And this is one that was ingrained in my mind. And it's just a fun, you've got people from all of a sudden the names are eluding me, but you got one of the actors from Animal House, you got one of the actors from Porky's, and they just take these different people from these different films and TV shows, and they slap them in this movie, and you have something all new. Actually, I think there's a couple people from Animal House in it, but it's just a fun film. It's a fun race film. Like I said, I don't generally like racing, but I seem to like race movies, regardless of what it is that they're racing. Just you get a bunch of different characters together, and it gives you an excuse to have fun with a bunch of people.
Yeah.
All
An
at the
underdog
same time.
movie.
Yeah, so yeah, it's a delight. One of the ones I was going to say, and I think I may have said it somewhere else, and I was considering putting it in here, is Midnight Madness, which is also another type of race movie. But I don't think this is actually a bad movie. I actually think it's a pretty good movie for, it was a Disney movie. So I didn't put it in there. This one, because of the fact that it's if you're going in it looking at this cover thinking, oh, it's going to be really raunchy and there's going to be nudity, and that's why you're watching it, you're going to be disappointed because it's not. If you think, I think it doesn't have all the elements that would normally bring certain people to see this particular film. And I think the reason they didn't have that is maybe why I liked it more. It's like, okay, we don't have gratuitous scenes in here. We don't have this. We don't have that. It's just a bunch of friends trying to win this damn race. And I think that's why it's not necessarily a good movie. It's kind of a bad movie, but I think it's still one of my nostalgic favorites, for one reason or the other. John, you just said you liked it, so tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I watched it probably within the last year or two because I'd never seen it before. And
Oh, okay.
I think this is when I was going through a I must watch 80s movies
Hmm.
phase. I can always watch 80s movies, but sometimes I get on this mindset that I have to watch. I have to find a whole bunch of good 80s horror movies, or I have to find some good 80s teen sex comedy movies, or shit like that. And this was one that I watched. I remember I enjoyed it. I don't remember it being high on my list of great 80s
Yeah, well, that's the
sex
thing.
comedies, for lack of a better
Yes,
term.
yeah. It was kind of buried.
No,
Nobody brings it up, but yet,
yeah,
unless I brought it up, and that's why you watched it. I,
no,
I was gonna say I hope I didn't bring it up in the underrated episodes. I
no,
don't think I did.
uh-uh.
Okay.
No, I haven't thought about this movie in a long time since I watched it. It just kind of faded out of my memory. I enjoyed it.
Hmm.
I think I probably watched it on YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if it's there, I'll definitely provide it. Either way, if it's not there, I'll provide a link in our store, so you can either buy it or you can see it for free, whichever one I can find for you.
You are
What's your
so
next
kind,
one?
Kyle. You are so good to our viewers.
I am. I don't want you to have to search. I'm going to put it right there for you.
Yeah, because Google's is just such a fucking vast wasteland.
Yeah.
I bet if you put Up the Creek in there, you're going to get a lot of bad results. And I bet you this movie will not come up in the first on the first page. It probably won't even come up.
I bet it might.
I'm going to find out.
There you go.
We're going to find
All
out. We're going to solve this little debate. Not really a debate, but.
right.
Okay, that's a bit.
Meanwhile,
So only
here's
take me
something. You
up
got it already?
the creek. Well, fuck.
This is the
The
first
first
one.
damn thing. First damn thing that comes up.
There we go.
Son of a bitch.
See?
And the second thing that comes up. And the third thing that comes up.
Oh, well, there you
And the
go.
fourth, the fifth. Oh, it looks like it may be on Tubi.
Oh.
Jesus. It's the only thing that's coming up on the first fucking page.
Hmm.
Fuck. Well, I ain't doing that again.
Oh, being right is just one of my many talents.
All right.
Go
My
ahead.
second choice. A Nightmare on Elm Street remake.
Mm.
This one was pretty much hated universally. It was hated because it was a bad story. It changed too many things. It was bad acting. Nobody really liked Freddy in this one at all. I think everyone was so used to Mr. Comedian Freddy with his one-liners, and this one took Freddy, played by God, Joel Haley. What the fuck's
J-
his name?
I, I almost had it until you said the name, and I'm like, wait a minute, I just saw him in another movie. I think he's in Semi Pro.
He was in Watchmen.
I don't know. You keep
Is that
talking. I'll look.
Horseshack guy?
I'll look it up.
All right, cool. But nobody really liked him as Freddy. I thought he did great. I liked some of the things that he brought to the role, such as when he's walking around and he's taking the claws and doing this with it to make a creepy ass noise. I liked that. I liked the way he looked. I liked some of his. He went back to being a scary dude instead of a comedian, really. And that's what Freddy was. Freddy, to me, is first and foremost a scary killer.
Jackie Earl Haley.
I knew there was a Haley in there. I knew there was something that started with a J. I thought he did great. My favorite line in the whole movie, and I still use it sometimes just for the fuck of it, is "Why are you screaming? I haven't even cut you yet." I love that line. It's just so fucking wicked. They made him back into a fucking child molester, which that's not a good thing, but I mean, for his character,
Yeah.
it's more of a good thing because it shows he's an evil fucker. But nobody liked this movie. Did you ever see this one?
Yeah, I saw it. Wasn't was now all of a sudden I'm confused. Was it? I was thinking he wasn't a child molester, but they thought he was a child molester, and they burned him up, and it was a mistake, and that's why he was pissed. But is that the Robert Englund Freddy?
It's
Yeah.
both of them. In the remake, they thought he was, and then they thought he wasn't, but then they found photographs he had taken of the kids in his little living space. So he really was.
Okay.
So
I remember there was aspects of it that I did like better than the original. In fact, I was like, oh, I like this setup really well. And I also like the fact that he wasn't cracking jokes all the time. That was, yeah, Freddie over time just was a stand-up comedian.
yeah,
And
exactly.
I'm like, things have changed, and this is not what this movie was, but people liked it. I got tired of saying bitch all the time. Like this bitch, this. I'm like, okay, enough.
Right.
Which is funny because in Breaking Bad, Jesse Pinkman says bitch all the time, and that you miss when he doesn't say it. but I got tired of it in this. I was like, okay, you need to do more than that to keep me interested in this series.
Mm.
Um, but then I think the ending I didn't like, or somewhere along the line, I just kind of felt like it lost its way and I lost interest. But I remember it being promising. And I was thinking, oh, this isn't bad. I was like, this is, but it is hard to get over the original. Um, although the ending to the original I hate. I
Really?
the when they pull her through the window and,
Yeah.
and it's obviously a mannequin or something,
Right.
and that was just, yeah, I never liked that ending.
Mm.
um so yeah, there was elements of each one that I liked. If I'm going to pick, who's my Freddy, it's going to be Robert Englund, just because
Yeah,
he's the one that created it in the first place.
exactly.
um but yeah,
But you can't. I don't think you could go wrong with Jackie either, though. I mean,
yeah, and I know, what's interesting is I think it was the makeup. I think his Jackie's is more realistic
yes.
as an actual burn victim, but Roberts was scarier and more identifiable. Because when you
Mm.
see a Freddy mask, Roberts is like, Freddy. You see the other one, and it's like, okay, this is a burn victim with a hat. And so I think the other one is I it's hard because I think the remake one is more believable because the other one just seemed over the top, and it got
Right.
worse over time.
Yeah.
They kept
Yeah. It did.
exaggerating it, and I'm like, okay, it's looking less and less realistic as we're going. So I did like that element of Jackie Earls, but yeah, again, if you're looking for Freddy,
Yeah. It's got to be
it's the other.
Robert.
Yeah, it's got to be Robert, and I'm sure Jackie would say the same thing.
Yeah.
I think you step into the role and you're like, okay, I'm pretending to be so and so today. Um, and I don't, and I think he did a good job doing what he needed to do. I thought he was good at it.
Yeah.
If I'm
Definitely.
gonna watch one of the two, it's gonna be the original. But I did not have the same hate for it, like you're saying that a lot of people did. I'm like, no,
Mm.
I just recently saw, literally in the last month, the remake of Friday the 13th.
Wow.
I hadn't seen it. I had seen all the others, but I never got around to the remake. And I'm like, well, it's not attached, so I don't have to see it right away. And then I just never saw it. And I was like,
Wow.
okay. And there was elements with that I liked better too, because I thought it was interesting that he had his own little underground thing. And I mean, he was really, violent. And I'm like, okay, this feels more like an actual killer. He's got some place he goes to. He just doesn't
Right.
wander around the woods
Yeah,
waiting for
very
the
true.
next Friday the 13th to show up. It's so I like that element of it.
Mhm.
Um, so yeah, there was a lot about that I did like, but then at the same time, you also miss some of the cheesiness that makes Friday the 13th and Jason what it
Yeah.
became over time. Because that's the same thing. It started one way, spookier, and then it got to be somewhat comedic. Not, he's not telling jokes, but
Right. But
some
with
some of the
like some of the kills.
yeah, kill, the sleeping bag, or the thing when he throws him into the tree and there's the smiley face, and then pretty much all of the space one.
I love the space one.
The space one's goofy as hell,
I love it though. It's great.
but
See, I didn't like
yeah,
the remake because of that because I mean, I can't say I didn't like it. I like all of the Friday the 13th, but
mhm.
that one, he seemed like he was a pot farmer. Because the guys in the beginning, they find the pot, the crop of pot,
Mhm.
the weed growing, the marijuana, and what happens? Jason comes along and kills him. You go to that one guy's
Because
house or the barn where he's gonna fuck the mannequin, and he's selling weed to people that he found. Oh, here comes Jason, kills him. Jason's a Jason's an enforcer for the drug cartel, keeping their crops safe. Just like what?
I might need to revisit. Well, I'm trying to think of which version I saw, because there's two versions. There's the Killer Cut,
Hmm.
and I actually have both of them. I got one. It was like this 15 horror movies for $15 deal,
Yeah.
and I bought that, and then I bought and then the library had the other version for free. You buy a bag, and you get for $5. You fill this bag with books, and I go to the DVD section, and I fill that some bitch filled
Oh
with
my
DVDs
God.
and Blu-rays, and I bought $5. It's a shopping bag full. And
Fuck.
you can get a lot of freaking movies in there for $5. And yeah, so I get a bunch, and then if
That's not fucking right.
yeah, it's
My
crazy.
fucking library don't do that.
Yeah, what they do is like the first they have a 2-day sale, and then whatever they can't sell the first day, because most of the best stuff is sold then
Right.
whatever's left over, it's all you can fit in a bag for $5. And whenever we know it's there, like we go there, I'm like, it's a lot of
Shit.
those movies are the ones that I wouldn't have bought, but it would be cool to have. And that's why other people are leaving. They're like, screw it. And I'm like, so yeah, I pick up a whole bunch.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a good. So I saw one version. Um, I'm not sure which version I saw. I think it was the Killer Cut. I think it was the unedited one, because it seemed like it was pretty graphic, and there was a ton of nudity in that thing.
Yeah. There's
I was, I thought, because it was that I thought that was one of the things that when they rebooted it, they were gonna, you know, you see less nudity in mainstream movies now, and they kind of went away from that. I'm like, okay, that's one thing they're going to probably cut out, and I think
nope.
there might have been more than 5 even. I was like, whoa, there's it just keeps coming.
Uh-huh.
I was
And
like,
that one
holy,
fucking guy, oh my God, I don't even remember what his name is. Oh, you got the greatest tits. Your tits are. I'm like, shut up, dude. It sounds so fucked up with you saying that.
well, that's the thing. It's even if you're going to do something like that, at this point, the dialogue makes it stupid.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, you either should just commit to it and do some sort of, just go do it. Don't try to make it funny, because then that's what makes it more gratuitous almost, because you're like, okay, we're just gonna and like, okay, just be somewhat serious about it, because it feels more awkward when you
Yeah.
got some dipshit saying stuff that you're like, okay, please tell me this doesn't work. Maybe that was my issue
Oh yeah, yeah.
back in
Can
the
you
day.
imagine walking up to some of the girls that we went to high school with? Oh, you got great tits.
Yeah. I'm
Think
like,
that would work?
yeah. I remember, I would say stupid shit to begin with that was so tame compared to that. And I was like, man, I shouldn't have said that. That was bad. And it wasn't
Yeah.
anywhere near that bad. It's nothing like that. And I'm like, please tell me that doesn't work. So,
Not if it does.
but unless the thought just must, okay, we did a lot of that shit back with those, so we have to do the exact same thing now. And like, you don't have to do everything you used to do. Otherwise,
Exactly.
it's not
Change
a
it up.
remake. Yeah, change it up. Let's do something. But
Change it up, but don't change it up that much.
yeah. But again, now I'm 54 as opposed to 18.
18. Yeah.
So
That's my second pick, though. What's your
okay,
your third pick? I'm
my
still working
third
on
pick.
trying to get a third one.
All right, so
Thinking.
my third one. Um, I learned some new stuff about just today. It is Dirty Work, with a couple of Weekend Update alums. Norm Macdonald, Chevy Chase, Jack Warden is in this film. It is about a revenge for hire business. And Norm Macdonald is hired to do revenge on people. I don't want to give much away. That's why I haven't really gotten into the details about the other ones. But part of the trailer, I'll give that away. Part of like one of the revenges is they're trying to get back at a used car dealer. So they show up when they're about to do a live commercial, and he goes, "Hey, how much trunk space do we have in here?" "Well, let's find out." And he pops the trunk. "Oh my God, there's two dead hookers in here." So they're doing this live commercial, and I think that's how it went. It's been a while since I've seen the movie, but
I seem to remember that. I seem to remember
yeah,
Norm Macdonald. Oh my God, there's two dead hookers in here.
and it's directed by Bob Saget, who it was. I remember being shocked by, because Bob Saget was, you know, Full House, America's Funniest Home Videos. He was a wholesome
Yeah,
guy, but yeah, his stand up is filthy.
exactly.
And this movie is PG-13, and it. Um, when I watched it, I was like, man, this doesn't feel like it's directed that well. I'm like, well, maybe Bob Saget doesn't direct movies. Maybe this is his first one. I'm trying to think of like, what's going on here. And Norm, I think is his only leading role. And I don't think he'd been in many movies. Maybe this is his first one altogether. But either way, it just felt like it wasn't that well directed and wasn't that well acted. Doesn't matter, because I laughed my ass off in this movie. And it's been too long since I saw it. So I remember, and I own it. And I'm like, okay, this is the next one I have to get my wife to watch. And she could be like, oh God, here we go again. Um, so what's interesting is, so I wanted to investigate a little bit more about it, because this one, this is the one that made me want to do this topic, because the other ones I had to come up with, but I'm like, this one is one that I always thought could have been a better movie, but for some reason wasn't. Then I discovered this isn't the movie they made. They made an R-rated movie
Okay.
that the studio said, nope, to get more butts in the seats, we're going to make it PG-13. And I guess they tested both versions. And the R-rated version did better, but not enough better that they said, well, still, if we do it PG-13, we can get all the high school kids that are fans into this theater. Because he was known for Saturday Night Live, it's like, okay, let's keep it PG-13. And I guess from what I've been reading, Chevy Chase, who's in the film, was talking to Norman. He says, don't let them do this to your movie. He says, this movie is too. He supposedly even took a cut in salary from his regular movies because he really liked the script so much. And he says, they're going to destroy this movie if they edit it down to a PG-13 film. And what made me think that now maybe the directing wasn't as bad as I thought is the fact that supposedly there are, if you've seen it's called the dirtier cut.
Huh.
It the missing pieces are so noticeable that it makes them awkward when you watch it without it. And I'm like, well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe it seems like it's too cut and doesn't make sense because there's stuff missing from this movie. And they can also affect some of the acting because if they're responding to this and now this is not what they're responding to, or they had to cut some stuff, that could be the problem. Because I had actually worked on a film with Morgan Freeman and Tommy Lee Jones and Rene Russo called Just Getting Started. And I spent 3 days with all three of them. It was fantastic.
Oh my God.
And we're at this party scene, and I'm literally right next to Renee, for a while, and I'm in the movie front and center while Morgan Freeman is blurred out behind me, so he's like my extra for a minute. I'm like, this is awesome, and I loved it. And how can you go wrong with Morgan Freeman and Tommy Lee Jones, for God's sakes? And the movie came out, and I distinctly remember this thing is going to be R because there's a scene where Tommy Lee Jones is choking Morgan Freeman, and he's like, motherfucker, whatever. They're swearing at each other. And the movie comes out and it's rated PG-13, and I'm like, oh, that must be the only scene in this movie where they swear. But still, I didn't think you could get away because I think he said it a couple of times. I'm like, I don't think you can do that much. It's like, huh.
Right.
Well, that scene is edited. It's changed. And I'm like, well, what the hell? So I got the feeling they did the same thing. Well, then I found out Relativity Media, who made that movie, this was their last movie. They went out of business.
Oh,
so
shit.
to probably get some extra bucks, they took the R-rated movie, chopped it down to PG-13 just to get some more, a few more dollars, and took what possibly was a really good movie and made it a very disappointing film, unfortunately, because I thought with those 2 names or 3 names involved, this thing was going to be really good.
Right.
And it wasn't that funny. It had some good scenes in it, but I was very disappointed because I'm like, Morgan Freeman, man.
Come on.
He's going to go through his resume and he's going to have it near the bottom because, I'm like, crap. And I was always really disappointed with that. So then I heard about this dirty work thing today. I'm like, son of a bitch. That's like, I bet that's like basic same thing. You can really screw up the flow of a movie if you take out elements in it just to clean it up. Well, supposedly they were going to release this dirtier cut. They had a VHS copy. They found some working prints and they did all this stuff and they edited it together and they had to flesh out audio. And it was a time-consuming edit to make this 4K version of this cut. And I'm like, finally. And they said, here's the link to buy it. And I'm like, click. Freaking not there. It is not there. So I don't know if they sold them all, if at the last minute they couldn't for some rights thing, but if that damn thing is out there, I want to get a copy of it. So if anybody has a copy of the dirtier cut of Dirty Work, let me know in the comments, because I would love to see that. It took me forever to get the deleted scenes from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and there's still more out there. I still want more, but now my new goal is the dirtier cut of Dirty Work. Because so this is a good bad movie that I have a feeling might be a good better movie once I see the dirtier cut.
They did that same thing. I want to say it was with Kangaroo Jack. I believe do you know the one I'm talking about?
Did that have
Anthony Anderson, I think, was in it. They got
I
the
don't think
kangaroo wearing a hoodie.
I know the poster, but I don't think I saw the movie.
I never seen the movie, but I remember hearing that. I think it was like a YouTube video I stumbled across. I was like, what? But it was supposed to be R-rated, and it was a completely different story as an R-rated movie. And then they cut it down to a PG-13, and it just, I mean, obviously it bombed. God, I want to say like Jerry O'Connell was the one talking about it.
Hmm.
I don't remember. We'll have to look it up, but they did the same thing with that movie. I'm pretty certain.
Hmm. I don't know. It seems like at this point in time, you could release both versions, and like you did with Clue.
Yeah,
Say, if you're whatever, you're this age, you can go into this one. If you're this age, you go into that one.
yeah.
Or now there's no. I mean, it doesn't matter. Movies are released a few weeks later anyway.
Hmm.
I have the extended cut digitally, and always just have it out there. There's one that was the one that was most bizarre to me. I think it was Scary Movie 3. The unrated cut is almost a different movie. The ending goes on and on and on. And I'm like, they spent so much money on
God.
stuff that they didn't use. They took out a huge chunk and just had the ending go a completely different way. And they're like, nope, it just wraps up. And
Wow.
originally it just 10, 15, 20, it felt like it went on forever, this other
Holy
cut.
shit.
And yeah, and it didn't make it better. I can see why they took it out. But because there was the thing with the Incredible Hulk in it. Um, and all these things I remember seeing in the trailer. I'm like, hey, what happened to this? What happened to that?
Oh, I hate
Um,
that.
and yeah, they just I don't know. I guess it just tested well, but or wrong. But it seems like, yeah, okay, we need to make a new edit, but to change the ending. But they didn't change the ending. They changed like the last third of the movie. It was
Shit.
it was bizarre how different that was.
Yeah, I never heard
Yeah.
of that one.
Yeah.
That's
So
wild.
yeah, because I had both versions. I originally had the one DVD, and then I ended up getting the trilogy DVD, and that one had the unrated cut. So I watched it once, and I'm like, holy crap, this is so bizarrely different. Another one is Escape Game 2, Tournament of Champions. The whatever cut, I forgot what they call it, director's cut, unrated cut. There's a whole sub story in that version. And then the ending's different, and some other
Really?
scenes are taken out. They take this scene out and they put a completely different scene in, and you're like one of the escape rooms is not in it, and another one is. And it's like,
Wow.
this is almost a different movie. It is really, and that one felt like it was more setting up a sequel.
Right.
And I think maybe they didn't because there hasn't been a third one. So maybe just before they released it, it's like, you know what? We're not giving you any money for a third one. So they just said, okay, let's chop it up and end it this way instead of that way. But I still think either one was, prepping for a third one. Doesn't matter which one. Both of them, I think, prepped for a third that never happened.
Right.
It's not yet, but yeah, it's if you've ever seen Escape Room 2, if you watch, watch the other one because it is it's so
I'll
different.
have to look for that because I like that movie.
Yeah,
Both
I
me
liked
and
them both.
Stacey did.
Yeah, I like both of them. I thought they were pretty good. I thought the second one was gonna. Yeah, it's got a lot more to do with the game maker in the second one, in the unrated version. So check it out because it's considerably different. And if
They've
it's
got a
been a
couple of
while,
those escape room movies of that nature, not
yeah,
specifically escape room, but that's the setting where they got to
yeah,
escape the. Yeah.
yeah, kind of like Saw. Saw is basically an escape room.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
very true.
yeah. So, do you have another movie?
Yes, I think I did come up with another one.
Okay.
We're going to go with House of the Dead, the Uwe Boll movie. Now, first off, before I start, am I pronouncing his name right? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Is it Uwe? Is it Uwe? Uwe? Huey? Huey? Huey Lewis in the news?
Mr. Bull is what I call him.
There you go. House of the Dead by Mr. Boll. This movie is notoriously bad for the choice of editing because he puts in scenes from it's based off the video game.
Mm-hmm.
He puts scenes from the video game in the movie. He puts in there's an effect.
So he's not recreating scenes from the
No.
game. He's actually using the game itself.
Yes, there are scenes
Okay.
where it will cut to actual footage from the game. There's a thing in the game that when you die, I guess the camera spins around you or you spin around or something. He kind of recreates that in one scene that people just fucking hated that. The acting is bad. um, the script is bad. I mean, they got what's his name? I think the guy's name is Jurgen Proktov. You would know him if you've seen a picture of him. You would
Okay.
recognize him. But he's a ship captain, and his name is Captain Kirk. I mean, it's got dipshit things like that in there. Um, it's got it's got Clint Howard in it.
Oh, okay.
He's fucking just over the top weird. There's a lot of bad things about this movie, but damn it all, it's a guilty pleasure. I still enjoy watching it.
Hmm.
There's just something about it that I like it. I can't say that I hate it. Even in the beginning they give away basically what happens in the movie because it's like they got a guy sitting there with all the cops and everything,
Mm-hmm.
and he says, all my friends died here on this island, and I was the only survivor." Well, fuck, you just spoiled it, dude.
Well,
There's just something about it that I really like, and this kind of ties in a little bit with him not remaking it, but doing an unofficial sequel to it that we talk about a little bit in one of the other episodes.
and now he's going to be. Is he a producer
Yeah,
on
he's a producer on Run.
Run? Okay,
I don't
because
know
I
how
didn't because I didn't know who he. Well, I knew him, but I didn't know enough. So I researched him, and
he's
and he's
wild.
well. I read the thing about because he's the only director to have two films in the 50 worst movies ever made list, and he run a Razzie. So yeah, he doesn't have the best reputation
No, he does not.
for for films.
However, I
But
think he's won some awards on some of his more recent ones because they're not horror
there you go.
films or schlocky action flicks. They're like serious fucking movies. I think he's actually got a movie called Run of
Really?
his own.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
I'll have to
interesting.
look it up and put something in like a blurb underneath about it.
Well, that's why we have this episode, because just because other people say something's bad, and this thing, we'll admit what's wrong with it. Because
Oh
in
yeah.
Dirty Work, I thought there was some issues, and maybe the issues is just the editing. But there are some scenes in here that are so in Dirty Work, they're so damn funny that, like, I don't care if it's poorly directed or poorly acted. I think this thing is hysterical, and I think people should watch it. So yeah, that's why fuck Razzies.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, opinions and assholes.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's got an opinion on
And
what's good,
everyone
what's
has an asshole.
bad. How a movie should be made. It doesn't
Yeah.
matter. It's I yeah. There's something for everybody. Again, I've been in things that I thought was absolutely terrible that I'll go on Facebook and somebody will say it's the best movie they've ever saw. And I'm like, really?
Now see,
That's that's crazy.
I got to say something about that. I have to wonder how many of these people just aren't kissing some ass.
Oh, I think there's a lot of people kissing that. But I saw that not like on a post for the movie. It was somebody, it was people talking about what your favorite movie is, and this person brought it up. And
Ah,
that's what shocked me because, yeah, when you're on somebody's Facebook, you do kiss their ass.
yeah,
Because you don't want yeah, it's like, okay, this is going to be the best movie ever made. And I'm excited for movies that I hope are good. I in the back of my mind, I'm like, this probably isn't going to be good. I want it to be good. I'm in stuff that I hope's good because I'm in it. If it's not, okay, I'll move on to the next one. I don't.
right.
I Yeah, I think the whole thing is it's especially because we're reviewing movies. We
Yeah,
want these people to also be guests, so it's hard to review and be honest, and then at the same time expect people to then come on if you're going to trash their stuff. Um, which is why I don't think you and I necessarily. I will not come out and say this movie sucks or this is a bad movie overall. That's why I was like, okay, if we're going to do bad movies, I want to do good bad movies. These are movies I think have issues, but here's why I think you should still watch them, because this is funny and this is cute for kids and this is cute for this, and find, like, okay, I think this type of person is going to like this type of movie.
right.
It's like, because like I said, like you, for example, there are
Wait a
movies
minute.
when I flip on Tubi and I'm like, this is a John Horton right here.
No, wait.
John will like this movie.
What the
This movie
fuck?
was made for John. Well, I'm the same way. If it's a goofy comedy, you're like, okay, there's a better chance I'm going to like it than you will. If we have our things that we gravitate to. There's this weird ass movie coming out next week called Stop That Train.
I see the trailer for that.
Yep. I'm going to be there.
I know you are.
Exactly. That's my type of movie. I like goofy shit. Now here's where things get a little weird. There's been a lot of freaking weird movies. I just saw Good Omens. My wife watched it because David Tennant is in it, who was Doctor Who a couple times now. And we've seen a number of his shows since then, and we really love that actor. So
Wasn't he in Jessica Jones?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, he was the bad guy.
I liked him in that.
Yeah, he was excellent. He's excellent. And he is excellent in everything I've seen him. But that show, Good Omens, to me, was really weird.
Hmm.
And what was funny is at the end there was two. I think there's only 6 episodes per season, and then the third season is just one special. Just like as we keep talking, British people they keep doing this.
Yeah.
Couple seasons and a special. So a lot of people were pissed because the third season is just one episode, and they even Prime even bills it as season 3 is released, and it's one episode.
Yeah.
It's a movie, but because it's like, well, it's not part of season 2, so it's season 3. I liked it where a lot of people didn't because of the fact that it got to the point. The first couple seasons, it's just you're throwing all this weird stuff that happens in it that doesn't necessarily progress the story. It's just for the sake of having weird stuff in it. And I don't mind weird stuff. It's just that
Right.
there's been so many things lately that's just bizarre. I mean, we just reviewed Cannibal Scarecrow and Legend of Pigman. So those aren't actually even as weird as some of this other stuff because between the Ready or Not 2 and the They Will Kill You and Backrooms, and you start, it's just weird shit after weird shit after weird shit after
Yeah.
weird shit after weird shit. And like I liked Beetlejuice a lot, but Beetlejuice felt like it was just too much weird shit as opposed to a story. And I'm like, okay. So I had a problem with Good Omens, but then in the third one, they had to do it all in one episode, so it's more about the characters, and I really liked how it ends. And the only reason I got to that is because my wife was watching the show, and I'm like, okay, well, if there's only 13 episodes, I can get through 13 episodes. But a lot of the fans were pissed, like, well, why is 3, so short? It should be stretched out. And I'm just, uh, when weird shit is the norm, I kind of would like to go back to a time when it wasn't. Like every once in a while, like, please just give me a normal movie every once in a while.
Yeah.
But like the comedies, I just saw Scary Movie 6. That's got weird shit in it, but it's still, funny.
And
Um
Borat and
and Borat and and
um
all these things. Now we got another Jackass movie.
yeah.
So it's weird because I'll see one weird movie and I'll love it because it's so weird, and then there'll be another weird movie. I'm like, God damn, that thing was too fucking weird. And it's like, well,
Mhm.
make up your mind. But I think it's whatever mentality you go in that day, I could easily sway the difference between how I like a movie. I think I mentioned it before. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. Every other time I see it, I absolutely love it. The next time, this thing is just too dumb. I don't understand why I loved it. I'll watch it again. You know what? No, this really is a good movie. It's funny and it's got great music. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. And I watch it again. It's juvenile and pointless. I watch it again. No, it's a really good movie. And it was like I'm arguing with myself over the same damn movie. But then the sequels are just, I'm like, no,
Yeah, I
no.
couldn't get into the sequel.
Yeah, I didn't like either of them. Did you see the third one?
Yeah, yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one I was talking about. I didn't mind the second one so much.
yeah,
Bogus Journey.
yeah,
It was supposed to be called Goes to Hell.
yeah.
Go to
Well,
Hell.
I like the Death. I like Death.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, he made 2 work. 3 just plus they broke their own rules on how the time travel worked. And even when I just said, okay, it doesn't matter, just forget it and enjoy the movie, I still had trouble enjoying the movie. Especially when the whole thing about the music, there's not even really a song in it, and it had the worst soundtrack. I'm like, this one has music in the title.
Yeah.
Where's all the cool music? Because the first one has an awesome soundtrack.
Oh,
That
yeah,
was
it does.
one of the best soundtracks. If we did another soundtrack show, that was next. I'm like, okay, Bill and Ted, man, but I don't know.
I agree with you. I agree. Like you said, a lot of the a lot of the shit that they're bringing out, sequels wise, from stuff from the '80s, it doesn't fly.
No, it's
Bill and
it's
Ted, no good. Beverly Hills Cop, no. What else
yeah.
have they just done? God, because we've talked about some of these damn things.
Yeah. Because yeah, I liked the fourth Beverly Hills Cop, but it wasn't necessary and didn't really add anything new to it. I mean, it had a couple laughs, but they're making fun in four about three, and I'm like, well, I like three better than four.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
yeah, and I liked Coming to America, but it's exactly the same as Coming to America. And I'm like, well, that
Yeah.
wasn't necessarily, you know, yeah. I mean, and same with the Scary Movie 6. It was funny, but it wasn't, it felt like average. It came in the middle for me. It's like, it's
Right.
about in the middle of these movies. And I hope Spaceballs 2 is good. I you know,
Oh God, I hope so.
I would love it to be funny. I wanted to enjoy Grogu more. Um,
Mm.
but yeah, I mean they keep trying, and but at the same time I'm going. It's the new stuff I don't go to. I didn't go see Masters of the Universe. I
I heard bad things about that. I heard a lot of people disappointed with it.
I've never seen Masters of the Universe. The
Not the
other
cartoon?
no, never. I've never watched it. I know by the power of Grayskull. I know what it is.
God.
When did it come out? Because I think it had to have come out just after I no longer watched Saturday morning cartoons because I missed it, or it came out just before I started watching them. I don't know, but I don't remember actually ever watching it.
Did you ever watch
So
Transformers?
no, I
Did you
watched
ever
the
watch G.I.
movies.
Joe?
No, I didn't watch any
What
of
the?
those.
Wait a minute.
I watched Ewoks and Droids
Wait a
and
minute.
and the real Ghostbusters. I didn't.
I watched that. Did you ever watch the Ed Grimley show?
No, I watched on Saturday Night Live and SCTV, but I didn't watch the animated one.
Yeah,
I watched the Flintstones. I watched the Jetsons. I watched Looney Tunes. I watched Tom and Jerry. Those are the animated things I watched.
I can't believe you've never, of course, and I
But
can't
but
fucking.
but yeah, I never watched any of that stuff. So I didn't. I have no nostalgia for it, and the trailer for it didn't do it for me. Because first of all, the that guy does not look like He-Man to me.
Right. Well,
I
neither
mean,
did
he's
Dolph Lundgren, really.
well, yeah, but that guy's a little bit, at least Lundgren is muscular. This guy
Right.
seems like he's somewhat, he looks like young He-Man. Like where we start before we get there. I mean, it's almost a
Masters of the
different.
Universe, the cartoon was out between 1983 and 1985.
That would have been
So,
11. Yeah. See, I quit watching stuff then.
yeah, I
So
I did not.
I had outgrown that.
I think I was watching cartoons with my younger brothers and watching Saved by the Bell when I was
Well,
like
see,
a
oh yeah,
senior.
see, I didn't watch. I I tried watching Saved by the Bell, and that Zach, is that his name?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, who the hell would hang out with this asshole? he's he's he fucks over everybody every episode. So I think I watched three or four of them. I'm like, nope, I'm not watching this anymore.
Oh,
So
come on.
I didn't watch that. Um, I didn't watch Full House, but that was at night. That was prime time.
See, I don't think
I
maybe I
didn't
paid.
watch
I think
Blossom.
I must not have paid that close of attention to Saved by the Bell when I was watching it because I don't remember him being that big of a dick. But you
See,
said it, and there's actually, I think there's like a website or a YouTube channel that's called Zach Morris is an asshole or something like that.
really? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. the ones I saw, well, the thing is, I also have a tendency to watch the wrong episodes of shows. So, because there's the whole thing in Community, not on a Community, the show Community that had Chevy Chase.
Uh-huh.
And people were pissed about Chevy Chase, whatever. Well, Chevy Chase is why I gave it a shot. In one episode, it was like a cartoon. In another episode, it was like a video game. It wasn't a regular episode of the show.
Okay.
So I didn't like it. I'm like, I'm not watching another one of these things. I've given them 2 shots, and neither of these episodes are the show. So I quit watching it. And when Chevy left, and whether he got fired or quit or whatever happened with that, I remember him at one point saying, "This is not my type of humor." And I'm like, I can see why it's not your type of humor. It's not my type either. So I didn't watch it for that. And then How I Met Your Mother. I watched one episode, and the entire episode was them at like a bar or something, and it was really loud, so they couldn't hear each other. And it was annoying. It's like, I can't, like, what the hell is going on here? And I'm like,
That's the
okay,
episode.
that was the episode. And I'm like, I don't like this at all. And it kind of felt like, all right, they're trying to find a theme like Seinfeld, where they're walking around trying to find where they parked, or waiting for if they're a Chinese restaurant, waiting for a table. I'm like, that feels like they're trying to do something like that, but this is like annoying. So I don't want to watch this for a half an hour. And then later I watched another episode, and there was some quote that they were really shoving down people's throats that reminded me of, Seinfeld had, yada, yada, yada. And, he's a close talker. And Seinfeld was really known for coming up with these slogans.
Mhm.
And I'm like, oh my God, they're doing it again. This is a Seinfeld thing, but it wasn't funny. So I was done. I'm like, okay, I've done my 2 episodes. I'm not watching. My hair looks like shit in these episodes, by the way. I don't know what it is, but my hair doesn't have its normal flow, bouncy behaving hair. It looks oily and greasy and too short, like a bulk. Oh, and then okay, mine doesn't look so bad. I don't know how that I couldn't. My hair gets to here. It drives me crazy.
Well, you see, mine doesn't get to there. I push it out to the sides.
That's
I mean, if I did it in front, see, I
walk
showered
around the
tonight.
bottom of the stadium and just wonder if anybody in the higher seats are looking down at you thinking that you're a hot woman. And
You ass.
for those of you who don't get our inside joke, John was quite taken with this gentleman, it turns out,
Long
who had
hair.
this beautiful flowing hair. I knew somebody who was completely infatuated with this guy she knew. Completely. She loved guys with long hair. Just loved him. At one point, people were trying to set us up, and I'm like, I'm not her type in any way, shape, or because
Yeah.
she liked, if you didn't look like you were on a Poison cover, she didn't want. She was not interested. And she was really, she talked about this guy all the time. And then I went to this party and discovered that it was actually a woman. and she was like, and I'm like,
Wow.
that's what you get for only liking guys with long hair. See, with me,
How
it would
could
have
she
been
not
safe.
know? How long was she talking about this guy?
It was a lot longer than you would expect.
Wow.
And I never met him. Her.
Oh my God.
So I didn't know, but she kept talking about it. It was like really weird. She's, oh my God, I met this. I was like, okay. And she told me. I was surprised she told me. I really was. So I was like, well,
That is too fucking
you
funny.
could always try that for a while, maybe. But nope, nope. So
You go to the costume shop, get a couple nun outfits.
ah, Sister Beretta coming soon to a theater near you.
Yeah.
So anyway, it is super late.
Yes, it is.
So I think that's it for today's episode.
I
I
hope you
don't
guys have all enjoyed this. I hope you have. I hope we've enlightened you and given you more movies to put on your list. Movies you may not have known were actually something good.
exactly. So never dismiss something. Never judge a book by its cover or judge the cover by its book, because one or the other may be misinterpreted and you might want to check it out.
I don't fucking get that one.
I don't know what I'm saying.
When
I
he
am
gets
gonna
late, he starts thinking he can wax poetic like that. And
yeah.
what the fuck
I
does wax poetic mean?
I don't know.
Have you heard that before?
I know a girl that had her poetic waxed. And she said it's very painful, but her boyfriend digs it. So, so, so for Attack of the Spotlight, I'm Kyle Pearson,
And I'm John Horton.
and we will catch you again soon. In the meantime, catch our older episodes on YouTube and Facebook at Attack of the Spotlight. We're also on your favorite podcast services. And then on Facebook, we also have daily updates. I don't know if today is your day, if you've done one or not, but I'm going to share something so you don't have to worry about it.
I haven't done one, and it's a little late for me to do one. It's
Yeah.
tomorrow, so it's
Yeah,
your
it's tomorrow
day.
already. I'm not probably going to make it for today. It's going to be a little late, but I'm going to have one anyway. So we're going to have so we have something up there every single day that's much shorter. So if you prefer us in smaller doses, check out our Facebook channel at Attack of the Spotlight. Again, for John Horton, I'm Kyle Pearson. Good night.
Welcome back to Attack of the Spotlight. We are here with another big episode for you. I'm going to let Kyle talk all about it, but my name is John Horton, and
And
that
I
was just a horrible fucking intro.
okay.